Well, hello and welcome to a new random video, and on this video guys I'm here to bring you the patch notes of Sons of the Forest. Yeah, I'm sorry that I'm a bit late. The patch notes came out March 9th, and today that I'm recording this is 12th. Sorry, I was quite occupied. The videos that have been coming out was videos that I had already recorded. But well guys, I'm sorry that I'm a bit late, but I'm gonna totally show you the patch notes. I know a lot of people that watch the videos, they don't even have the game, so you might be curious about some stuff and get more further in what the patch notes are about, because a lot of YouTubers, they just tell you the most important things that came on the patch notes and they don't actually show you the patch notes. I'm here to show you what actually came out. So, and I'm gonna comment on my opinion as a player of Sons of the Forest, if what they add or what they take out or what they fix, if it's important or not to the game, and to tell you if they are actually doing a good job or not. I'm not their boss, but okay, I can tell you my opinion. Hey everyone, for our first patch we have added a new mini boss battle, new binoculars pickup, hang gliders, defensive wall gates, and door locks, as well as lots more. For the full list, check below. So, the features. They have binoculars. Okay, binoculars seems an interesting thing to add to Sons of the Forest. Makes sense to be in Sons of the Forest. That's not something that I would totally want in the game, but it makes sense. Okay, I'm not. It's good. It's good. Add a hang glider. Okay, that's interesting. A hang glider, that's interesting. I've seen a few videos of people with a hang glider. I'm gonna do videos to you guys also on where you can find this stuff. All of these things that you can find. I'm gonna show you where you can find. I just need to see for myself where they are. But binoculars is interesting. The hang glider seems pretty awesome. It's something really interesting too. Might really help a lot for you to move around the map, because something that I think all the players have been struggled is that the map is huge and you have to move always on foot. It takes you quite a while to move from one place to another. Imagine that you are in a one point of the map and you want to go to the further other point of the map. It's gonna take you a few minutes to reach there. So that the glider, it's interesting. They have a defensive wall gate. Thank you, N-Knight. This is something that I really wanted, because I didn't focus much on buildings on my videos. I'm more doing tutorials on where you can find the stuff. But I did build a base, and I used defensive walls all around the base. The problem is, I ended up finding out that there was no door for the defensive walls. So I had to put like the logs on a horizontal to make a wall and then to build a door in there. And that's awful. The cannibals just break that and they go through the door, which makes no sense. So yeah, thank you for adding a defensive wall gate. That's really good. Thank you, N-Knight. Added a mid-game boss fight into Food Bunker. Okay, I was not expecting a mid-game boss fight. I was expecting a boss fight like in the end game, not in the mid-game. That's interesting. Well, it's not something I dislike. That's interesting. Okay, I still have to figure out where that boss fight is, and you can be sure, guys, I'm gonna show you on my channel. Added settings reset in the options screen, so you can reset. They don't say exactly what reset is, but I think it's reset the map, probably. I have no idea what this is. Added missing Virginia's leather suit, pick up to world. Okay, so now we got a leather suit for Virginia. Okay, I'm also gonna try to figure out where that is, and I'm gonna bring it to you. You can now lock doors with the stick placed on the interior of the door. Thank you, N-Knight. This is exactly what I was talking about. The cannibals, they can walk through your own doors. You build, if you do not play Sons of the Forest, I'm gonna tell you, if you like put a door, everything can go through that door. So imagine that you put a door on a defensive wall on your base. The cannibals can go through that, which makes the defensive wall not be so defensive. Thank you for being able to lock a door. Build small structures. Furniture can now be grabbed. While grabbed, it can either be placed again somewhere or thrown to collapse it and get back the resources. Okay, so now you can like build. From what I'm understanding, you can build some furniture, like the beds and that stuff, I guess, and then you don't have to destroy it to move it to somewhere else. Okay, that's interesting. That's realistic, actually. If you are building something in real life that you place on somewhere at your home, then you figure out, I don't want it in here. You can pick it up and put it elsewhere. Makes sense. Some additional story elements added. That's really good. This is something that I really like. Sons of the Forest, one of the things that at least calls to me, that makes me want to play more Sons of the Forest, is definitely the story. Trying to figure out what's on the story, and I'm good. I'm good, but it's good to know that that they didn't just do what they did on to the story once the game came out. They're still adding more things for the story. So probably the more the updates come out, more story will be in Sons of the Forest. That's good. New headshot death animation variants added for the cannibal. Okay, this is just an animation they added for when you land a headshot. Nothing special. Angry regular cannibals can attack now by jumping out of trees. Ooh, that's interesting. Small birds will now land and eat. Gain fullness. Small birds will now land and eat. That's okay, that's realistic. So I can see that N-Night is really focusing on the realism of the game. Added option to hide players' name tags. Okay, this is in a lot of games. Added option to hide projectiles, radical and trajectory. Oh, that's interesting. So if you want to, for example, when you're throwing a Molotov, you get that aim where the Molotov is gonna fall. Now you can take this off. That's interesting if you want to have a more realistic playthrough. Like I said, they're really focusing on realism. Fish trap should now work and catch fish every 5 to 10 minutes as long as it's placed in water and the current season is not winter. Okay. Another big thank you to N-Night. This is something that I also did offline. I built like 2 or 3 fish traps and they were catching no fish. And I was like, okay, what's the point of having a fish trap? The trap that you use on soil, it works perfectly. The fish traps, they do nothing. And now they're telling that finally they fixed that and now the traps do catch fish as long as it's placed in water and it's not winter. Okay, that's good. Added lookout towers to some cannibal villages. Ooh! So now the cannibal villages are gonna have some towers. Okay, that's interesting. Story paper pickups will now show UI to zoom in. Oh, you know, when you pick up a paper, now you can zoom in to see the paper. Okay. Added new structure type, one-sided apex. Fill the space between a leaning beam and its supporting beam. Aligns automatically to base a leaning beam. Okay, this is something related to building. I didn't focus much on building, so I'm not sure exactly what this is about. Let's go for the next, the balance. Okay, Riot. Sorry. Added sleep cooldown. Okay, that's okay. This is gonna be kind of bad for me because I used to sleep a lot on Sons of the Forest, usually to get better for the video. But okay, I guess it makes sense. Again, the realism. Set rest drain from hunger and dehydration to 0. Rest drain from hunger and dehydration. So my guess is now after you sleep, you don't lose hunger and dehydration. I have no idea why they did this. Because once, like in real life, when you sleep, you wake up, you are hungry. Why they did this? I'm not sure if it's exactly this, but okay. Muddy cannibals will now get less hungry from player proximity and in late game. Muddy cannibals. What are the muddy cannibals? Muddy Cannibals. No. Sons of the Forest. What the hell are the muddy cannibals? Okay, this are the golden mask cannibals. I have no idea. Where was I? Added possibility of player sleep interruption events from nearby enemies that can reach player. But this was already in the game. Like sometimes when I went to sleep, the sleep got interrupted because there were cannibals nearby. I don't know what this is actually new. Tweaked fire drain rate to make using firewood more important. Okay, thank you, N-Knight. This is also something that I asked for. If you don't know, in Sons of the Forest you can chop wood to place in the fire, like in real life. The problem is the wood doesn't get consumed. Basically you chop wood, you put in there, and the fire is there forever the moment you do that. It makes no sense. Now apparently they fixed this, and now the fire drain rate, tweaked fire drain rate to make using firewood more important. So now you need to get more wood, which I have already a lot of wood to put in the fire. Thank you. Tweaked berries to give slightly more fullness. Thank you. This is also something interesting. If you don't know, in Sons of the Forest, once you hit a berry, it feels basically almost nothing of your of your hunger. Okay, thank you. Tweak the energy drink to give half as much hydration and less energy buff. Okay, this is something that I didn't use much, the energy drink, but I know a lot of people were like abusing of the energy drinks, and you could stay like not sleeping for days and days with that. But I did something that I didn't use much. Tweak the amount of fullness and hydration all herbs and mushrooms give. Okay. I don't think they needed to mess with this, but okay. Hard enemy health setting reduced to... Thank you, they are reducing the health of the enemies. Thank you. Increased cannibal armor health. Okay, so they reduced the base health of a cannibal, but they increased the armor health. But the cannibal armor health, can you also increase the armor health of the player? Because I know a lot of players, even Farkut, which it's a big YouTuber of the Forest, and now of Sons of the Forest too. And I've seen his videos, and he has the same opinion as me from what I've seen on the videos. The armors, they are really weak. Either that, or the enemies are dealing way too much damage. Calvin catch fish order will end after a time. Okay, this is something that I never did. I saw that Calvin can catch fish, but I never actually put him to catch fish. Okay, I don't have actually an opinion about this. Fix the opening a cave in late game having too many enemies. Thank you. So, if you don't know, in the video I said that sometimes once you get inside of a cave, it can vary the number of enemies that are in there. And now I've come to realize that it depends on the late game. If you're on the early game, the number of enemies will be lower than the number of enemies that will be on the late game. This is something that I didn't know until like yesterday. And like when I just started going inside caves once I was quite on the late game, and the caves were way too difficult. The number of enemies that were in there, it's wow, it's my god. There is an entire army below ground. Okay, this is good, this is good. Adjusted some player melee events and ranges for better AI responsiveness. Okay, got no opinion about this. Halved shotgun damage. I got the shotgun on my game. I forgot to record it, but I might actually tell you the location on a video. But I already have the shotgun. But I didn't try it. I just got the shotgun on Virginia, and Virginia was the one that tried the shotgun for me, and it looked really OP. But because there was one of the chief cannibals, the ones with the golden mask that came to us, she gave one shot with a normal gun and then a shot with a shotgun and the guy was down. And I was like, whoa. This is OP. So I think this is something good. Boosted seat rest amount from 03 to 07. Okay, that's good. Once that's something that I actually tested in the game. If when we sit, if something happens, and there was nothing happening. I didn't notice anything. Now apparently you will rest faster. Okay, that's good. Added regular puffies to dining hall. I have no idea what this is. Increased health on creepies depending on amount of multiplayers active creepies. This is how they call the mutants. Okay. Okay, I guess this is good. I always played offline, although I have some friends that also play Sons of Forza. I never went to play with them. I always like to experience the things by myself, like play the full game, and then after I play the full game, I go play with my friends. But okay, I guess that's interesting. Improvements. Improved red cannibals animation blends, fixed sleeping animation for female cannibals. Okay, this is more like of animations. I'm just gonna read them all and then I'm gonna maybe give you an opinion about one more in specific that I figured. Set up player effigy struggle idle for multiplayer, fixed bouncy logs when deep in water. I saw this happening, it was really funny. Performance speed up for world locators. Performance speed up. This is good because I know a lot of comments on my videos. They were saying, "Whoa, dude, the FPS on your game! Oh my god!" I'm sorry, I don't have a good computer. It's a computer that, like, once I was playing the forest, just the forest, was already like on the top on his specs, and on Sons of the Forest he's above everything. And I've seen actually YouTubers with good computers and struggling a bit too. So could I not struggle? I'm sorry guys, I got no money to buy a good computer. Added logic to allow hatches and doors to be forced open when player is spawned inside. Okay, I think that's good. Fixed some LODs, sometimes not switching correctly. Fixed error caused when quitting while in death wake up. Unique starter items are now force equipped when they are collected. Door orientation is now determined by the position of the player when placing it. The fence is front of the player is the interior face. The face, not fence. Adjusted gear and locomotion for better pathing. Prevented placing bench so close to objects that player could be stuck when standing up after sitting on it. Okay, this is a lot of bug fix. Added more small prop setup for melee impacts and collisions. Added LODs optimization for the wall torch. Destroying a screw storage now spawns stored items and dynamic pickups. Beach greebles? I have no idea what this word means. Regenerated with coral rock sizes reduced. Bunker food fixed some small lighting issues. Added radio to bunker food. Oh, that's interesting. Turned the table cards from Mr. and Miss Puffton into story pickups. Okay, this is something that was on the last video that I posted. Updated DLSS DLL to version 3.1.1. Okay. More fixes. Whoa, these are a lot of fixes. I'm not gonna read them all, guys. This is more like... I'm gonna just let for you guys, if you want to pause the video and read them. But this is a lot. Like, you can see that the game was in early access and there was a lot of bugs. But I think a lot of these fixes, it's me who's gonna figure out once I'm playing the game. But autumn ground leaves should pop on visually as much now. Okay. Oh, I've seen this. I've seen players doing this, and it's really interesting. Yeah, it's good to know that they actually, in a small amount of time, they did a lot of improving in the game. Improved audio CPU overhead, improved some cannibals audio vocals, reduced audio stuttering issues, reduced intensity of high wind audio to reduce performance impact. Thank you for reducing performance impact. It really helps me, which I'm somebody that doesn't have a good computer. Reduced max instances of footsteps audio to reduce CPU cost and improve performance. Thank you. Change the audio ringing effect and on explosions and grenades to lessen as you are further from explosion to avoid it cutting out with distance. Okay. This is something that, if I'm not mistaken, was in the forest, and they fixed it now in Sons of the Forest. Spiral audio added to first spiral, next in entertainment bunker. Added fade outs to physics sounds. Tuned player rock footstep when running, waterfall and surf levels. Added gun fight audio before door opening to get down sun cutscene. Oh, this is the cutscene from the trailer. I'm not gonna reach here, guys. Not yet. I don't want to get spoiled. Update triggered and reset audio events on flies, water, bone marker, and small animal traps. Prevented repair tool from spamming SFX, causing performance and audio issues. Yeah, I've seen this. Fixed audio loop not ending when climbing down ropes, and that's it. This is the hotfix. Okay, so this was the all the patch notes, and I gotta say I'm really proud of N-Night. This is a really good patch notes. If they manage to get a good amount of stuff that I was struggling in the game, some stuff that I was playing and I realized, oh, N-Night has to fix this, N-Night has to fix this, and they actually fixed on the first patch. That's really good. N-Night it's a good company, I can tell you already, guys. That's already a hotfix that came after this. Everyone, here's a small hotfix, fixing an issue that came up in our patch release this morning with DLCs. Okay, it's just a hotfix for the patch. And attend another fixing. Here's another small hotfix, fixing more cases of Calvin able to cut down tree houses. Oh. This is something that I saw happening to players. When players were playing, they used to build houses on trees, and then they sent Calvin to pick up logs, and Calvin goes and cuts down the tree where the house is. That's so funny. This is something that, okay, it's good they fixed, but it's gonna be nostalgic in this game. It's something that after a few years we're playing this, if this game gets the same fame as The Forest got, we're gonna be playing this game for years, and people that were here in the beginning will be remembering. Do you remember when the game came out, Calvin destroyed your own house? Oh my god, it's so funny. But shouldn't do it in any new created ones. An issue where a host's held furniture post could break in multiplayer and fix for regular Apex construction. As always, please continue to post your bug reports and feedbacks in discussion areas of the community hub. Well, okay guys, this was the video. I just wanted to show you the entire patch. I'm sorry that I'm late, and about the new items, guys, you can be sure that I'm going to show you probably on the next videos. So guys, this was the video. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.